Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Let's Meditate for 21-day program and immerse ourselves in this beautiful journey of inner peace and joy that we will do together. So you're not alone in this journey. My name is Shalini. I'm joining you from Oxford, England, and I have been meditating for a long time. It was in 1994 when I first got my Sahaja Yoga meditation. And you may have lots of reasons for starting meditation. I had health issues which were getting difficult through the medical science. There are few conditions which are not easily curable through medicines. So somebody asked me to try experiment Sahaja Yoga. It was quite weird in the beginning to, because, you will hear we talk about the qualities of the chakras and so on. But I tried. It was, I was very younger, And since then, it's been a beautiful journey. I came to England 18 years ago. And I think one thing I can tell that also the support of meditators who are very, have values and very calm people also helps in this journey. I've never paid ever to learn anything in Sahaja Yoga. The whole teaching is always free. And that is the reason that, the whole team of meditators are here to share their journey, to support you. And I really hope that you are sincere, you are open and positive to go inside, see what happens when you're silent. So as I just mentioned, it's a team of meditators from around the world who have created this program. They're also here, many of them. So if you have questions, we will take the questions at the end of the program. This program is for 1 hour. And in this 1 hour, of course, there is a lot to tell you, which we will tell you in next 21 days. But for today, in this 1 hour, we will have introduction of Sahaja Yoga, followed by the exercise of awakening of Kundalini. And then we will have a short talk of Shri Mataji, who is a founder of Sahaja Yoga. This month actually is her 100 years when she took birth on this earth and has inspired so many of us. And we are also lucky to have a very renowned musician, Sia Reddy, who would join us from Texas. I would like to invite all of them. And sorry, just one more point that, we will have a link of the session on YouTube. So in case your friends want to watch it, they can watch it tomorrow. I would like to now invite our presenters, Mitesh, Charlotte, and Sia. Thank you for joining and making this effort to be part of this beautiful journey. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yes,
Mitesh?
Thank you, Shalini. Hi, so my name is Mitesh. I'm a father of two, come from the famous scholastic city of Cambridge, where I own a private practice. I got my Kundalini awakened in 1996. And honestly, Shalini, I haven't looked back since. It's been wonderful. So it's an honor and a privilege for me to be here sharing this experience with you.
Thank you, Mitesh. Charlotte?
Yes, hi everyone, I'm Charlotte, and I live in London, and I have been meditating for 20 plus years. And like all of us, I can honestly say that it really has had such a profound effect on our lives. And that's why we're here today. And that's why we're doing this meditation. We volunteer and we do it because we'd like you to experience the benefits that we've had throughout our lives from this meditation. So I will be guiding you through the meditation later. And So I'm happy to be part of this journey with you guys.
Thank you. Sia?
Hello, a big hello from Austin, Texas, United States. My name is Sia. I'm a musician and a mom of 3 teenagers, and I started meditation in 91. I've lived in the UK for 17 years, so my heart is there, and I'm really happy to be part of this. So congratulations to everybody who made it tonight and who is going to be part of this journey. I hope you give it your everything, and I hope you have a great experience. See you later for the music part.
Thank you. Thank you. Before we start, shall we just quickly check the poll, if it is possible? How did you join? The tech team, I think, will ask you. And something will pop up on your screen. So thank you, Mitesh, Sia, and Charlotte. We will have this pop now. Yes. Great. Lots of questions, lots of answers coming here. Great. I think the good thing is everybody can see, you know, so friends and email, Facebook, great. The social media is doing its magic. That's the advantage of this new world. Great. So I would invite Mitesh to give us the introduction. Thank you, Mitesh.
Great, thank you. So I'm going to go straight in with the introduction. Fundamentally, one of the most frequently asked questions in spirituality is, what is the purpose of life and why are we here? Is there something missing in my life? And if so, where can I go to find it? That missing piece in my life. People try to find it through going on adventures, or they find it in marrying the perfect companion, or they find it in a power-driven job, but still people feel that there's something missing. It made me realize that physical and emotional and mental balance is not just enough. We need something a little bit deeper. Once you find that you've got everything that you want, you've got a family, a car, a house, financial stability, why are we still seeking? What is it in our life that makes us want to seek? And I feel more and more of us are coming to this conclusion that we've got everything, especially in the Western world, everything around us. Yet why do we feel that there's something missing in our lives? And I truly believe the key to that answer is spirituality. We're all missing that spiritual link in our lives. Before I discovered Sahaja Yoga meditation, I struggled with my self-confidence, and there was always an inner battle. My heart and my brain were rarely in sync, and I tried to seek balance in momentary pleasures and distractions, which really, very rarely had any lasting or fulfilling effects. But then, thankfully, I discovered Sahaja Yoga as a teenager, so that was just the right time. I was porous. I hadn't been blocked off to all the conditionings that one gets as you get older. So when I discovered Sahaja Yoga, I wanted to know what it actually meant. So simply put, yoga means a connection or a union with your higher self. And Sahaja means simple, easy, or gentle. So Sahaja Yoga is a connection with your deeper, higher self in a very effortless way. No longer do we have to go up to the Himalayas and sit on the mountaintop and really pray and meditate and meditate. It's made very, very easy. Sahaja Yoga is a totally different type of meditation in the sense you get the nectar and then you start to unravel it and make sense of it. And that's what I find really amazing about this meditation. I can be a householder, I can have a job, I can have a family, but I can still concentrate on my inner well-being. So Sahaja Yoga is a gentle path of inner transformation, which is obtained by a process called self-realization. In this modern age, everyone always talks about enlightenment and realizing the self. But self-realization in Sahaja Yoga is really about knowing yourself. Self-realization, yoga, meditation are all ancient practices of obtaining enlightenment. And they were very, very difficult to achieve. In modern times, thankfully, it is so much easier to get it. Now, in order for you to get your self-realization, one has to awaken an inner, dormant, coiled up energy. And this energy is called the Kundalini. As you can see in this diagram, there's an entire mapping of what lies within. In our normal day-to-day busy life, we look externally, but we very rarely look inside ourselves. If we truly want to heal ourselves, we have to look inside of ourselves. But up until now, we've not known the technique. Someone hasn't given us the key to open that lock. But through Sahaja Yoga and through the various stages and steps that you will go on this 21-day course, you will slowly, slowly unravel all these tiny little secrets. They may have been secrets, or they could have been lost over generations and time. It's a bit like Chinese whispers. A great saint or a great guru might once say something, but may never have written it down. And over the generations, that real core knowledge just gets lost. So here we have a mapping of our entire subtle system. I often laugh and I say to myself, people, many of my friends included, oh, I want to find myself. I'm going to travel and I'm going to climb Mount Everest. I really want to conquer myself. But in actual reality, all you need to do is conquer that inner 1 meter from the base of your spine to the top of your head. That's the only journey you need. And because it's so simple, it's easily missed and easily forgotten. This Kundalini resides at the base of our spine. Did you know the ancient Greeks knew that there was something sacred about this bone? That's why they called it the sacral bone. The sacral bone houses this Kundalini that we're talking about. And it travels up your central nervous system and reaches to the top of your head. In essence, in reality, that's the only journey that you need to go on. It may sound boring, and you don't have to have an air miles to get to that journey. It's an inner journey. And one of the most fascinating things that I found, that it's the only thing that travels against gravity. Everything else falls, but this Kundalini, when it is awakened, it goes against the force of gravity and rises up towards the top of your head. Once you get this experience, you will feel it as a cool breeze on the palms of your hands or on top of your head or on your palms. And I'm sure all of you will experience this today. One of the first things I felt was mental silence. Slowly over time, I learned more about the knowledge. And that's what I want to share with you today. All of this, however, was only possible because of one person, and that was Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. This lady in the photograph was the reason I got my self-realization. She was born in India in 1923. and 1970 dedicated her life to helping others to find their spiritual enlightenment. It was her vision to spread the knowledge of Kundalini awakening that gave en masse realization. Shri Mataji worked tirelessly throughout her life to awaken the sleeping energy by visiting every country possible and meeting all the seekers of the world. So the greatest gift she gave to mankind was this unique power to spread Sahaja Yoga to all the seekers of truth. And that's exactly what we're doing. I hope this course takes you through that inner transformation. Thank you so much for listening. And so today now, I'll pass you through to Charlotte, who will take you through the awakening of your Kundalini. Thank you.
So good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining. It's amazing. It seems like there's quite a few of you that have managed to join this evening. So thank you very much, Mitesh, for that introduction. It just reminds me of the reasons why I started meditating and the times when I first discovered the meditation and just the profound impact it had on my life. On so many levels. I mean, I can't tell you everything, but just to give you a taste, my health improved. I became less stressful. I found that all those challenges, those difficult challenges that life throws at you, and it throws it at all of us at the time we least expect it. And it gives you these incredible tools to deal with those challenges. It enables you to remain balanced, detached, calm, which enables you the freedom to really deal with life. And it also takes away all those stressful experiences which we all encounter in this modern life. And the most important thing for me really is this inner joy that you experience. And it's not connected to anything external. So it's not related to the job you have, as Mitesh said, the children you may bear, or the partner you might find. It's an inner joy that is constant, it's eternal, it's not dependent, it's not like a seesaw. One day you feel happy, the next day you feel sad. It's this inner joy that you feel constantly. So today, during this meditation, I really hope that some of you can experience something, a little taste of this meditation and the benefits that it can give you. So I'm going to talk you through this step-to-step meditation, and we are going to go through. We're going to put our attention on the 7 energy centers that we saw in the slide that Mitesh had up earlier. Hopefully we can have it up again. And we are going to put our hand on each of these energy centers, and we are going to state an affirmation, which will help this energy center open, which will enable that Kundalini energy, which resides in your sacrum bone. It's a mothering energy, this Kundalini energy that Mitesh spoke about. And by stating these affirmations, it helps to open these energy centers so that this mothering energy, this Kundalini energy, can rise up our spine. It's called the central nervous system. And the intention is then it'll pierce the top of your head, the final energy center. And through that, you will hopefully attain a state of thoughtlessness, thoughtless awareness. So you're totally aware, but you should be in a state of peace and silence and thoughtlessness. So if we look at the lady in the picture, this is where we'll be placing our hands. Everything happens on the left side. This is the side. We have 3 channels: the central channel, in which the Kundalini rises. We also have a left channel, and this is the channel of desire. And this is why we will place our hands on the energy centers in the left channel. And we will start by putting our hand on the left side where our heart resides. And then I will tell you the affirmations we will state for each one, but just now I'll show you where we will place them. And then it'll go down to the second energy center, which is just below your rib cage. And then the third one, it's down where your leg meets your hip bone. And then we'll come up again to that energy center just below your rib cage, number 4. And number 5, we will go back to the heart. And then we will go up to our neck, going up to our forehead, the back of our forehead, and then finally on the top of our head. And here we will press down very hard. But for now, we'll start the meditation. This is your time to give to yourself, to nourish yourself. So make sure there's no distractions. We would suggest you taking your shoes off and your glasses, if you have any, to close your eyes and really bring your attention within. You can put your hands on palm upwards on your lap. And I will state the affirmations that we will now say. So if we close our eyes and we put our hand on our heart, and here we will ask 3 times, am I the spirit? Now, your desire is so important within this process. No one can force this experience upon you. It's an inner desire that must come from us. So it's very important that when we state these affirmations, it's with conviction. So we close our eyes and ask 3 times, am I the spirit? And then we're going to go down to the second one. And again here, 3 times we will ask, am I my own master? Am I my own master? And then we'll go to the first energy center, where the leg meets the hip bone on the left side. And here we will state, in fact, we will ask, it's please give me the pure knowledge. This energy center, and we can say it 6 times, please give me the pure knowledge. All the knowledge is within us. You don't need to read any books. Through meditating, the real knowledge will come to you. So simply by stating this affirmation, this energy center will start to open. And then we go up again to this energy center on the left side, just underneath our rib cage. And here we are going to state 10 times, I am my own master. You will become master of yourself through the meditation. You will become your own teacher. So just state this 10 times, I am my own master. And then we'll go back up to our heart. And here we will say 12 times, I am the spirit. We are, in fact, we're not these emotions. We're not this intellect. We are so much more. We are pure love, which is the spirit. So if we just state 12 times, I am the spirit. And then we'll go up to our shoulder, and you can turn your head to the right a bit, it helps. And you can even massage this area a bit, but just make sure you're completely relaxed. It's very important. And here we are going to state 16 times, I am not guilty. The present moment is all that matters. Anything that happened in the past, it's the past. To make mistakes is human. The important thing is we look at these mistakes and we learn, but we must not feel guilty. So here we state 16 times, I am not guilty for anything. I am not guilty. So now we will put our hand across our forehead, and you can just tilt your head down a bit. And here we are going to state the affirmation, I forgive everybody, everything. And there's no need to think of anybody in particular. You just want to let go of everything. But it's very important we say, I forgive. Just simply say it, I forgive, a few times. And you can press your forehead quite hard. I forgive. And it's also important for us to forgive ourselves. So here we do it on the back of our head, and you can tilt your head backwards and put your palm resting on the back of your head. And here you state just a couple of times, please forgive me for anything I have done against my spirit, knowingly or unknowingly. And then the final energy center at the top of your head. This is the integration of all the energy centers. So here we press down. You can press down as hard as you can. And we are going to rotate our palm clockwise. And we are going to state 7 times, please give me my self-realization. Or you can say, please take me into thoughtless awareness. And then we're going to press down very hard. Now we are going to put our hands palm upwards on our lap. We keep our eyes closed. And we are just going to enjoy the silence for a few minutes. Take a few deep breaths and release nice and slowly. Just relax your whole body. And try to keep your attention on the top of your head. Feel your shoulders relax. Well, I'm feeling it's very strong for me. I don't know how any of you are feeling, You can put your hand on the top of your head. You might feel cool coming out of, like a cool breeze coming out of the top of your head. You can move it around. You could even try your left hand. Some people are more sensitive in different hands. You might feel just some cool breeze or some heat coming out of your hands. You might feel some tingling sensations. You might even feel it internally within you. Does anyone want to share how they felt during that meditation? Did anyone feel anything? Certainly at the end of the session, we'll be able to ask some questions and have a more open discussion.
Charlotte, they can also write on the chat if they want to share.
Yes.
Fine.
Yes, if anyone wanted to write in the chat, that's something that they can do. But I certainly felt nice and peaceful. We can stay in that meditation and keep our attention on the top of our head. And we are now going to listen to a talk by Shri Mataji, the founder of this meditation. She traveled tirelessly throughout her life to 70, 80 different countries. Daily, she was traveling from city to city, teaching people this meditation and wanting to help people in their lives. And so it's really important to hear about Sahaja Yoga directly from Shri Mataji. And you'll learn more about the meditation. And try to keep into meditation whilst you're listening to her talk. And I hope you all enjoyed it.
We just give up all those things that are destructive for us, automatically. No pressures are needed, no goading is needed, nothing of the kind, automatically, because the spirit is the light. You get your enlightenment. Supposing I'm holding a snake in my hand and it's not light. Somebody tells me it's a snake, I'll say, no, it's a rope. I'm holding on to a rope. But when there is a light, I just drop it. In a simple way. Nobody has to tell me, I see the light, and it drops out. In the same way, you are an enlightened person. You can make out what is truth and what is untruth. For example, you see someone, even from Indian jails, some people who have just come out of jails, they don't know what to do with themselves. So they walk out with saffron clothes to Germany, maybe to Australia also, and they become great Babajis here. Now these great Babajis sit on some of the important places in the city, and everybody is surrounding them, giving them money, giving them their lives, you see, all big talk of love going on and everything. Is he a realized soul or not? How will you find out? You don't know whether he is a realized soul or not. Because you are not at an absolute point. You are still in a relative understanding. Because this person is wearing this kind of a dress, is sitting very quietly there, so he must be a Babaji. You cannot recognize a person, whether a person is true or not. You can't recognize me either, whether I am telling you the truth or not. Unless and until you become that absolute being, you cannot make it out. Then what happens? That when the Kundalini rises and pierces through your fontanelle bone area, then you also start feeling on your fingertips. These fingertips are nothing but the sympathetic nervous system centers, which are indicative of the truth. If the person has got cool wind or cool breeze coming from that person, then he is a real one. If he doesn't have, then he is not. There are many persons who claim to be great, but they are not. Ultimately, we find out, and we are shocked the way they are. We don't know how is it our brain has failed, how is it our brilliance did not show clearly what was wrong with this gentleman, because we are not that. We have to accept humbly that we are still at a human awareness and we have to be at a spiritual awareness. That's the dimension we have to get, otherwise we cannot judge things properly. In this country now we have certain problems. In this whole world we have problems. Problems of atom bomb, every day you are hearing about this problem and that problem, all created by human beings. Imagine, intelligent, such good people have created problems for themselves, killing each other, preparing bombs and things like that, protecting each other. I mean, no animal does that. Only human beings are trying to protect themselves from each other. They are all the time worried who is going to attack them, not sure of themselves. The reason is they haven't reached that state of absoluteness. The time has come now. The time has come for you either to take to constructive working out of the problem or the destructive. By discussions, by arguments, by anything, you are not going to achieve anything unless and until there is a complete transformation in the human mind. And transformation is only possible when you become the spirit, because spirit is the universal being within you. And you become collectively conscious, means you start universally feeling. You just start feeling another person on your fingertips. And if you know how to correct it, you have corrected that person. This is only the play of love of God. It's so simple. Even children can do it. Many children, when they put their fingers in their mouth or their thumbs in their mouth, according to Mr. Freud, it's something nonsense. But according to us, they are suggesting what centers you are catching. To understand your own children, you have to be a realized soul. Because the understanding is still not matured. Unless and until you become a realized soul, you are not a matured personality to judge anything. At that level, whatever you judge will have another point of view. You can take 10 small children who are realized souls. We have many like that. And tie up their eyes. Now ask them, what's the wrong with this particular person? They will all raise one finger, meaning this, or this finger. If this finger means that person feels guilty for nothing at all, this is the Vishuddhi on the left-hand side, or the right means he talks too much and he has problems here. This knowledge becomes your own. This is one of the powers I have described to you, that you feel the collective consciousness within yourself. Whatever you achieve in your evolution is a living process. It is not a dead process. It's a living process by which your central nervous system can feel what is around you, what is within you. What you call the parasympathetic nervous system gets activated. And you can understand the parasympathetic, while if there are any doctors, they'll tell you that they don't know much about parasympathetic. Now, all these things happen to you, and even if you are a child, you can manage the show. The second power you get is that you can raise the kundalini of another person. Like one enlightened light can enlighten another person. But we cannot deal with people who are nasty, who are superficial, who are stupid, not meant for them. It is meant for people who are seekers, who are intense. They are the chosen ones, and they are called as seekers nowadays. They might be drug addicts, or they might be anything, doesn't matter. They have been truly seeking, they have taken something wrong as right, or they might have done some mistakes, doesn't matter. Everything is forgiven. They will get what they want because they have been intensely seeking, truly wanting to be the Spirit. This is the pure desire of the person that works out. Not a person who is just wanting it for the sake of some sort of a selfish or some sort of a power-oriented ideas. Now the third power one he gets is this, that a person becomes absolutely dynamic. He works very hard, he never feels tired. He can do things which he has never done before. I know of somebody who has never done anything artistic. Suddenly he started painting. I know another one who has never known what is poetry because he is a chartered accountant. He has been dealing with money all the time. Suddenly he started writing poetry, that too in Urdu language, which is such a difficulty. Such dynamism one develops. Apart from that, you develop a special feeling of oneness with others who are realized souls. Friendship and fraternity are such a rare quality that you have never seen such people. Even those people who go to fight in the war and all that, they don't have that love and that pure understanding and pure relationship that you find among the people who are realized souls.
So, what do we feel? Let's check again with our left hand over our head and see if after Shri Mataji's words, this experience has gone deeper and I feel more cool. Sometimes we try a little further away. And then switch hands and try with the right hand. It's already our first indication of feeling what's my state. Which hand is cooler? Where am I? And we learn in the course to interpret and understand. Let's bring our hands back on our lap and keep them open. And bring our attention inside with the eyes closed. And touch this thoughtless awareness Charlotte was talking about. I shall play a tune, which is an instrumental version of a song that is asking this Kundalini energy to rise. And even if we don't have the words for it, maybe we can feel the essence of this song. And I might possibly end on a Scottish tune, because it's a very joyful experience. We can just keep our attention inside, in silence. with music being a very great medium to go into meditation because it bypasses the thought process, so we can maybe feel better if this music carried what we call vibrations, possibly. So let us check again. Let's put the left hand over the head and see if I feel cooler. Have I been more thoughtless? Am I feeling calmer, more relaxed, less worried? Let's try the right hand. Constant introspection. Checking again, how am I doing? Let's give it just a couple of more seconds of total silence and keep our attention on top of the head, beyond the thoughts, with our hands on the lap. So whatever we're feeling over the next 21 days, there's a whole lot of volunteers eager to help you all out. Later on, also one-to-one, individual guidance. So you will learn to interpret what you feel in your heart, what you feel in your body, on your hands. So right now I hand it back to Shalini, who will let us know about the Q&A and the following plan of the sessions.
Thank you, Sia. That was amazing. I definitely felt very nice, cool breeze. So I would like to now invite all our presenters, Mitesh and Charlotte, if you are here. Thank you, Mitesh. Thank you, Charlotte, for being here, because we are going to have a very short question answer session, and I will ask audience to write their questions in the chat. The host, the tech team has the access to the chat. So, and I will get a message from them once the question is there. Sia, I would like also to invite you. Thank you. Great. So I have received the first question from the tech team, because not everybody can see the messages in the chat. And the question, if I may ask Charlotte, the question is, when you were leading the meditation, I felt a bit, not on all my fingers, but just one or two fingers. And can you explain what is that feeling?
So I can only imagine from my experience and our experience that you maybe felt a tingling sensation on your fingertips. Shri Mataji did touch on that within the talk. When we say that affirmation, I am my own master, it's because that's exactly what you become. You become master of yourself. You can feel on your fingertips which energy centers within your subtle system are maybe blocked or clearing, so that you can put your attention on that and you improve as a human being. So dependent on what finger you're feeling, each finger corresponds to a different energy center. So say, for example, if I'm feeling I have a sore throat, the energy center corresponding, the finger corresponding to that energy center might tingle. These fingers correspond to this energy center. So I will know that I have a problem here and I can fix it. And there are different techniques in which you can fix and strengthen and clear that energy center. which will be covered within the 21 days. And through those techniques of clearing, it then helps the Kundalini energy to rise higher. But naturally, the Kundalini energy, when you meditate, it is clearing those energy centers. So actually, even if you did nothing and you just meditated, you committed yourself to meditating every day for 5-10 minutes, that Kundalini energy would slowly but surely start to clear that energy center. But that is what you're feeling. You're feeling the tingling in your feet, in your fingers, is corresponding to an energy center within your subtle system. Yeah.
Great, thank you. I have a list of questions now. First question is, I'll ask Mitesh. The question is, can we go through the process with my left hand instead of the right?
So we did go through the process with the left hand. No, we didn't. We went through the right hand. You're right. Yes. Yeah. Actually, what you'll find is over time, you're using your attention more. So when you use your attention, so say, for example, you can't use your right hand, you could just place your attention on your heart and guide your attention to those energy centers using your attention. We generally work on our left side because that's the side of our pure desire. We're wanting this meditation to work out. We're wanting to feel it. So it's all from our emotions, from our emotional pure desire side. As you come to more and more of the sessions, you will find that sometimes we do use our left hand and place it on the right hand side as well, because just as there are energy centers on the left hand side, there's also energy centers on the right hand side and also in the center. So it's there's nothing hard and fast. The most important thing is that you feel calm, peaceful, and slowly start to assimilate all the information that we give you.
Great, thank you. Mitesh, there is a question for Sia that I would ask, but before that, maybe I'll ask one more question. It says, I felt a warmth on my head. When you say that I am my own master, can you share more?
It seems like there's two questions enveloped into one there. The fact that you felt a warmth over your head is actually a very good thing. I know people who have come to the meditation and they haven't felt anything on top of their head for a few times. So the fact that you're actually feeling some warmth is a really, really good sign. It means that something from inside is clearing, all the heat is leaving your body, and you'll slowly but surely become cooler and lighter. So that's the first thing. And the second question you asked was, am I my own master?
Yes.
Yeah, so we find that when you get connected to your inner self, your thoughts, your speech, everything has a meaning. So when you have a positive mantra or a positive affirmation that you say, that's really important. So even if you say, I am going to succeed, you're applying that self-confidence to you. But now that you've got this Kundalini awakened, it has a double powerful effect on you. So mantras or affirmations are very important, and you'll learn more about it as the weeks go on.
Great. Mitesh, I was one of those who did not feel anything for like days. I think I can say for a month or so. But I was very persistent in trying, and it worked. Thank you for responding those two questions. For Sia, I have a question, very interesting. It says, I felt like I was floating at one point. Just one second. It was so Sia. Just one second. Yes, sorry. When Sia was playing, I first wanted to cry. Then I was not able to breathe for some seconds. What does that mean? Is that because my chakras closed?
You're giving me a tough one here. the whole Kundalini rising process can have all sorts of feelings coming out and all sorts of experiences. And I guess music is just a very immediate medium to touch the heart. So whatever there was on your heart, maybe something set free. I would not be able to tell you exactly what that was. But just like Mitesh was saying, certain things start moving. They start rising. The Kundalini is working her way through all these subtle energy centers. So there's a lot going on. And whatever we have accumulated over time in our system, through our life, through our experiences, our education, all that is being shuffled around. But in the end, how did you feel at the end? What was the end state? Is there joy? Because again, with the hands, just like Shalini said, I'm the same. I was terrible on the hands. Still sometimes am, because it relates to this center here. But you may find it in your heart. You might find it as like a trickling shower that goes upwards your spine, and literally like you feel like you touch bliss, right? Or you might find over time, I'm able to go thoughtless if I want to. All these little things. But the beautiful thing is they work out spontaneously from inside, because Sahaja means really born in you. But it's something you already have. It's waiting to be awakened. It also means spontaneous. Spontaneous means very much in this present moment, right? Not in the past, not in the future. And yoga means union, connection, this connection that we all want to have to what, really? To the all-pervading power, you could say, but also to our spirit, and also to everyone else who has this Kundalini awakened will be able, like Shri Mataji said in the speech, you'll be able to feel them on your fingertips. So there's a lot still to learn, but it's very simple basics. And the main thing is, what do you feel? How do you feel? Do you feel calmer? And give it 21 days. You gotta give it 21 days. You say that to yourself. These 21 days I give for my ascent, for my depth, for my well-being. And I have to have a little bit of self-discipline to really make it. So if any thought comes of, I'm just gonna skip tomorrow, don't. Come and join us. It's there now. It's ready for you to grasp. So do it 21 days and then see, how do I feel after 21 days of meditation? Has something shifted? Am I feeling less guilty? Am I feeling less fearful? All these things, they work out from inside. So whatever you felt is surely a great thing. You were floating, something was setting off, something's moving. That's a good sign, like Mitesh said. So hang in there.
There are lots of questions. But there's one question which is repeated twice. So I'm asking this to Charlotte. While the meditation process was going on, I went to sleep. Is it okay, or am I doing something wrong?
First thing I can say wholeheartedly is you can't actually do anything wrong. As long as you just be, you're doing a good thing. When we meditate and the Kundalini starts to work, it's actually realigning us and it's bringing us into balance. So maybe you needed to sleep. It's that simple. If you've had a very hectic day and your body has been overactive, your mind has been overactive, your body is going to give you what you need. So sometimes it might just be that that's what your body needs. It needs that rest. There are many other reasons why you could have fallen asleep. And sometimes it can be a combination of a couple of energy centers that might be blocked or working out. It's the knowledge that you can attain through the meditation is extensive. And that's why we've set up the 21 days so that we can slowly introduce you to the nuances and the different depths of the meditation and the knowledge. So just for today, I think you should know that it's a good thing and it's realigning you. And slowly, as you develop your sensitivity, you yourself will start to understand why. Yeah, you feel the way you do.
Great. There are lots of questions, but I would like to say that we don't have time to take all the questions. So perhaps here I would like to thank all the presenters, not only for responding to the questions, but also to come here, stay with us for an hour I know it is on the weekend. It is a lot to ask, but I know we all are very happy to share this experience. I would now go to the last part of the for the session, which is sharing what we are going to do tomorrow. So tomorrow we will continue this awakening for another one day, and we will also, of course, take you one step further. As you meditate today and also tomorrow, this silence will expand and you will feel deeper. You will have more clarity on how you're feeling, and the calmness will go deeper. So that will happen tomorrow, and we will have more presenters. Next slide, Astik. We also have, if those of you who have not joined the WhatsApp link, so there are two things. For the session, there is a website, and then there is a Zoom link so either you can join on the Zoom, or there is a YouTube. We are live streaming all the sessions. So if you miss something, you've missed a day, you can join. You can go on the website and look for that day link on the YouTube. It's every day. We will meet tomorrow also at 7:45 UK time. Interesting also, there's a WhatsApp group that you can join if you did not get your answer today, because there were so many questions and we are short of time. We can respond to your questions on the WhatsApp group. Also in coming sessions, as Sia mentioned, that we will also take one-to-one questions. We will also have breakout rooms where you can chat with the meditator, if you have any experience, if it is not answered. That will be an opportunity, I think, after a few days. So yes, you can, also there's a chat, there's a link you can click. Astik, if you can share that link. Here it is, I already see it. Thank you, Astik. There are two links. One is for the website, and there's a second link for the WhatsApp group. Thank you. Next. Well, next is we conclude the session today. And I would like to thank you again for joining us. It's a pleasure, honestly. I mean, we have always received for free, but it's a beautiful feeling for the heart when we are able to give back in any way, you can't give back really. I mean, there's so much we have received, but it's this very small gesture to thank you all and to be with you all in this beautiful journey. So good night, sleep well, and sweet dreams. Bye-bye.
Can I just quickly add, we still have about 300 people in the breakout rooms, so we will keep the Zoom on for another 20 minutes for those people who are in the breakout rooms. So although the formal part of this meditation is closing, there is still the breakout rooms for another 20 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mitesh, for adding that. Astik, maybe you can put some music here on this main room, and it can continue until the breakout room is going on. Thank you.